Hello and welcome to this Studio Brutal video. Here I'm going to show you how to make this EBM drum pattern that you can hear in the background, and I'll be giving away a rack as well for this sound here for the main sequence. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and let's get into it. Before we do, please give us a like and subscribe, or leave us a comment, something like that. It really does help out the channel. And so yeah, let's get into it. I'll just show you the beat first. This is the beat, and then we'll be adding in a sequence, a sub bass. If you've got good headphones, you can hear that, and a drone. So yeah, I'm just going to run through every channel real quick and show you how I set this up, show you the MIDI and everything. But if you don't have to like pause the video and copy any of these settings or anything like that. There'll be an article, I'll link it below, with like screenshots and stuff. So yeah, basically the article will have the that rack on it as well, that free rack. So yeah, basically this is a kick. I made it myself. It's basically a 909 kick. You can use a 909 sample if you like. It is one sine wave oscillator. It has got filter drive on it. If you turn it up, you get that nasty, nice but nasty distortion. Pitch envelope that makes it punch. Basically, that's the pitch envelope settings, and it's a short decay basically. And then you've got drum bus at 84% drive and crunch, so it distorts it even more. You can turn that crunch up. You want it to be punchy. You want it to distort the top end as well, so you can hear it through the mix. And yeah, one last thing actually, I normally move, when I make a kick drum, I move the phase. You can see it doesn't make a big difference, but if I turn it up, it gets slightly more clicky kick drum. Basically, to kick, the sine wave should start there at 0, and if you move it off, it doesn't start properly and you get a click, which is what I want, because I want a clicky kick. So that's it. I've got the OSR setting on the filter. So that's it for the kick. It is a 4 to the floor kick pattern, but like a doubled up kick at the end of the second bar, and then another one, an extra 2 every 4. Yeah, and you just mix it to taste at the end basically. And yeah, for the hats, I am using actually a sample from someone else, the Gold Baby ones. These are 606, they're free. I'll link that from the article as well. So yeah, if you go to my article, there'll be a link to them. They're really good hats. They're basically, I think he's recorded them onto a DMX, which is Oberheim DMX or something like that, and then onto the Promers. Anyway, you can get that. They're like you want to use 1980s kicks and drum kits for EBM. They're really sort of digital and distorted anyway, but his are recorded to another drum machine, so they're even more digital and distorted basically. And then I'm going to distort them myself. So that's the closed hat, and that's the open one. The open one's I've cut it short like a closed hat anyway. But yeah, so you can see the drum pattern is just every note on, every 16th note on. Distorted it, a bit of drive here on the sampler, a bit more drive on the overdrive, saturated it as well. Then I copied the channel and added the closed hat from Gold Baby as well, and that sounds like that. And you can hear there's a load of harmonics. I've changed the distortion a bit, and it's really it really cuts through the mix because it's so distorted. It's basically just like a burst of white noise, distorted white noise. And then I quite like those hats. You can use any 80s drum machine basically. You could even use the Oberheim hats or something like that, or like a RX1, anything, any sort of old 80s drum samples. And then I've got a clap here, which is a 707 clap. I quite like it. This is only meant to sit under their snare, so I'm going to put it under use it together with another snare. So this is just meant to fill out the snare that's coming after it, which is this, which is massive. So yeah, 707 clap snare. It is just a 707. I think it's pitched down 2 semitones, yeah, there. And yeah, distorted again, same distortion basically as the hats, but then there's reverb, short reverb, well, over a second, but it's not that long. Then another drum bus, so you get that, see, so like the clap reverbs and it distorts the reverb. And then I pushed it with some EQ, so it's just nasty. Again, it's just like white noise. And then I've copied this and got another 80s drum machine, which is I'm not going to pronounce that, Kawai XD5. It's actually not a drum machine, it's a drum. It's a drum module, but it's like it's a little thing without a sequencer, but it's a really nice snare. I pitch it up a bit again, so I move that 5 semitones. It's pitched up, and I've not done much to it in the sampler, but I've just put a delay on it. I'll turn the, if I turn the delay up, you can hear it a bit more, but it's that, but subtle. So you've got like a beat synced. It pushes the beat along because it's like a rhythmic delay. Then I've EQ'd that to push it. Again, reverb, and then distorted it after the reverb. So it's just like this rhythmic, huge snare. And this is what you want in EBM. Like if it's just the kick and the snare, it's just got a lot of character to it. That's the whole beat. And then at the end of the, I've got another snare from that same drum machine, and just added it at the end there. And again, just massively, I've copied the original snare and just changed the samples out, changed the MIDI, and given it a lot more delay. So it sort of rolls around in the background, but it's like, it's distorted almost to the point that there's no harmonics. I mean, it's a snare anyway, but it's like white noise. And yeah, that's what you want in EBM and industrial. And that's the beat together. And then, so yeah, it's real simple. It is, you want like white noise, high-end harmonic distorted drums, basically, and simple 1980s samples, apart from I made the kick. Then I've got the sequence, which is, I really like these in EBM. Basically, you want the step sequences in Ableton 12 are great for this. Just draw in something you like. I've made the loop so it's shorter than the bar, so you get that rolling feeling. So it's a 6 count loop. You can change it to 5. That's it to 7. Just put it back in. And it'll have a different feel, but yeah, I'll put it at 6. Just drawing a couple of notes in. Everything's pitched down by 1, because something else is in B minor. I think it's drone. Yeah, so yeah, everything's pitched down a bit. And by 1 semitone to get it in key. And then I've got a wavetable. You don't need to look at this or copy this settings, because this is the free rack, so you can just go and get the whole rack. And it's got these macros on it as well, so you can tweak it all. Yeah, I won't go into that now. Yeah, but yeah, you can tweak it all. So yeah, go and get that rack. That'll be in the comments below. And yeah, so but basically it's the step sequence, the SQ sequencer. Going into wavetable, you want saw waves. Absolutely, you want saw waves for this kind of sound. And then I've distorted it a bit with the FM distortions. But if there's the dual saw waveform, you want a saw wave basically, and then distort it. It's distorted on the filter here. It's got some unison as well. The unison in the wavetable sounds awesome. If I turn it up, it gets like, you can go too far with it, but yeah. So yeah, it's got some unison on it. And then raw, which is awesome. I have not got complicated on raw. I've just used the single one stage of it, which is this single setting, and then stuck the drive up and put that back to how it was. And that is basically it. There's a bit of the soft shaper, but not much, and that's controlled on the macro as well. So you can I'll solo that so you can hear it. Yeah, so it's just basically a wavetable driven by that sequencer, saw waves, raw, tight filter envelope. Should just show you the filter envelope. That's the filter envelope, really tight. So it's just, and you can see what it's doing. It's just every note, the filter is cutting it and only just letting a small amount through. You can see that here. Then it's distorted at raw, like I said, distorted by drum bus, and then EQ'd, and you get that really nice saw sound. The unison helps as well. You can change the unison types. They're slightly different. play with them, and they're detuned as well. Yeah, you can detune them more if you want to make it again really nasty, but I think it was at 10, wasn't it? Yeah, just by 10 cents each. So that's how you want to make an EBM sound like that. It's just a punchy 16th note sequence, almost all at the root note with some a bit off. And then what I've done for a sub bass is fairly lazy, but I like doing it with sequences, is I've just copied this whole EBM channel, this whole EBM sequence channel, and kept the sequencer, and then just put so it's playing the same notes. These two are playing the same notes, so that sequence is playing the same. And then I've just pitched it down a couple of octaves with these things, and then added an operator with a sine wave, 2 sine waves, detuned. That is basically it. I think there's a bit of drive. No, yes, there is a bit of shaper drive on the filter, and I've filtered it right down on the auto filter, and then distorted it again with drive. If I turn drive up, you can probably hear that. If you've not got good headphones, if you listen to this on a small system, you won't probably hear that. But it's basically a sub bass copy of the EBM sequence. So when I play them together, if I add this in, if you've got good headphones, you'll suddenly hear a big low end come in under the sequence at the same sequence as it, which is pretty cool. Which is I normally do that for most sequences. You can also do it by putting this in a group and combining it in one channel, and then having a sub bass in a separate chain. But I've done them separately here, so you can just bring them in when you want. And then, last of all, I've added a drone. I really like the drone. If I switch them on, it just adds that like a real moody sort of feel to it. And yeah, this chord is it's labeled wrong, but yeah, basically it is a +6. It's just a +6 semitones. So it's taken if I switch that off, it sounds like that. So it's like I'm holding down 2 notes. Then what I've done is I've got a really complex, nasty harmonic waveform. Detune them, 2 of them. It's bit and sync in complex. And then the LFOs on the envelope, sorry, the envelope is moving the oscillator positions. So it's moving over time. And what gives this a lot of character is the unison. If I switch unison off, it is just that. Which is not much. You can just get a bit of movement from these being automated by the envelopes. But when the unison is on, it's just a really cool sound. And then it's overdriven here. You can see the settings here. Then there's the amp and an echo unit just to make it stereo. It's got a ping pong delay on it. And then an EQ. And that's it. That is it basically. I haven't included that in the free downloads. If you want the drone, let me know in the comments, and I will and I'll add it. I will add it. I'll give it away for free. I'll add it to the article. It's quite a nice one. If not, I'll do another article, probably just on the drone, or another video. So yeah, that's it from me. That is it. Like I say, in the comments below, there'll be an article with this, so you can copy all the MIDI, screenshots of the synths, and you can get this sequence for free. And yeah, that's it. That's it from me. I hope you found this useful. And yeah, have a good day and good luck with the music making. Take care. Goodbye.